It's time. It's Ant-Man time. What's going on, everybody? Uncle Jesse here. I am crazy excited. I had talked about this a week ago. This was just recently announced over at New York Toy Fair. Hasbro has now announced Ant-Man helmet. That's right, straight out from Ant-Man itself. In Civil War and Ant-Man and the Wasp, you can now have your very own replica Ant-Man helmet. This bad boy will set you back $100 if you buy it now. I purchased this through Hasbro's new Pulse website. That's for their sort of hardcore collectors. Also signed up for their new service as well, so hopefully this means might get a little heads up on when these types of things are going to be announced and released, as well as it sounds like potentially get some discounts on these in the future. This is also up for pre-order and might be available depending on the time that you're watching this over on Amazon. I'll have a link to both sites down below, so if you're interested in picking one up for yourself, you'll be able to do that. Before I take a look at the unboxing, getting this out and showing it to you guys, just want to show you the box itself. So cool cover, top showing off some of the details, sides. They do an awesome job with the packaging on these. The top again here, and then the back. This, very similar to their other props here, is going to have some interior details, not just the outside. It sounds like the helmet will also be adjustable, so it can fit my overly large head, as well as have some light up effects. I'm not sure if there's any sound effects with this. A lot of the other ones have sound effects as well as the lights, but we'll see. I'm not a huge fan of the sound effects on these things, but I do like the light effects. So let's get this unboxed and check it out. All right, so as I mentioned, I picked this up from Hasbropulse website. They included this nice little card here. So thank you for shopping at Hasbropulse.com, and thank you for being being one of the first to receive the Marvel Legends series Ant-Man electronic helmet. This is a premium role-play helmet. May be inspired by the smallest Avenger, but it's a Goliath addition to your collection, and one we're really excited to get out into the world. Nice Goliath reference there as well. There's some more info on that, but I'm not going to go through that. Pretty cool that they included that with the order. So thank you guys over at Hasbropulse. This is in no way sponsored by Hasbro or anything like that. I'm just a huge fan of these series of replica props. So let's get this open. They do, honestly, a really good job on the box art and all that. They do a tremendous job on the packaging, making sure that these are nicely secured inside the boxes. I've really never had any issues with these. And this is cool. Instructions, as well as it looks like there are some ear pieces here. The antennas. So if you buy one of these, make sure to not forget to take these pieces out of the box as well. All right, so instructions. Again, normally I probably won't ever really read through these, but yeah, again, it looks like in the front here, you're gonna take off the front and insert the 3 AA batteries. Yes, this does require batteries if you wanna use the light up effects. And there's some little attachments, doohickeys here for the antennas. So let me get those out real quick. All right. Very cool. So it might be a little hard to tell in the video here, but the metallic look of the helmet is actually pretty nice. I'm trying to see, it's actually, you know, if I had the Star-Lord helmet that I've reviewed previously, I feel like this metal looks a little bit nicer. The paint that they went with looks a little bit nicer than that. This does look a bit more metallic. I am actually considering painting this. I knew that this wasn't going to be really chrome or really brushed metal, so I might end up looking at trying to repaint this. Again, yeah, this is pretty dang nice. The detail, they do such a wonderful job on the detail of these helmets. I'll make sure to get a nice close-up for you guys as well with this. So here, the back is, again, you can pop the back here so that you can adjust this on the inside. There's a headpiece mounting thing here that you can adjust to better fit your head. Position it on there. I'm gonna try and get these antennas on as well. All right, so I was able to get the antennas on. That was a little bit more of a pain than I was anticipating. I had to muscle those in a little bit to get them into the correct place and not break the joints there that they try and attach with. I did end up using a screwdriver to help slide that in to make sure I'm pushing in the connector pieces here into the correct holes. But after I did that, it just slid right in correctly. So no big issue there. If anything, it would have been nice if these would have came already attached, but I'm sure they did this to just try and save on the actual box size when shipping it to you and prevent things, you know, these antennas from breaking maybe during the shipping process. All right, let's get the batteries installed here. I just need to remove the actual face portion of this. So I'm just gonna pull that up. So the very front of the mask just pops right off. There is a little compartment here that I can now unscrew and install 3 AA batteries. And then once the batteries are installed and you screw that back in, you can just slide that back on and pop it back into place. Easy peasy. All right, now the fun part is me trying to get this to properly sit on my head. Yeah, I need to adjust that. All right, there we go. So I believe there is a button on the side. Yep. So there's no sound effects, but it does light up here. There we go. Oh man, it looks like one of my connections for the ears is maybe not properly connected there. There we go. I'll have to check that out here. It seems like it kind of flickers back and forth. You can press this button again to change it to the blue LEDs as well. So it looks like there is in fact 6 LEDs that you can use to control on the helmet. I'll get some close-ups of this as well, and then you can press it a 3rd time to power it off. So the first time you press it, it kicks on the red LEDs, then the blue LEDs, then it powers it off. One thing I'm noticing on the back of my helmet is the back flap isn't properly sealing closed. It just sort of loosely hangs open. It's not really connecting in. It looks like there are grooves in the back here where it would slide into joints. It's just they're not, I don't think these pieces are long enough and it's not actually connecting in. What I might end up having to do is if I ended up wanting to wear this, I might have to install some magnets on this. I would have loved to have seen this have some magnets in this instead of this snap function here. But let's see, I'll get it back on here in just a second and try it on. I did readjust the inside of the helmet as well to fit my big old noggin here, and it fits okay. I will also get some close-ups of the inside. I think they've done a great job detailing the inside of the helmet. It's not painted or anything like that, it's just flat black. But again, they do a great job of not only giving you a great looking exterior helmet, but also, or prop, but also detailing what they think the insides would look like as well. Yeah, this, oh, look at that. It's sort of transitioning from red to blue for me. I'm not sure if it automatically, I'll have to do some tests here to see if it auto does, or maybe I hit the button by accident. You know what? I bet I hit the button while moving it. By the way, the button to kick on the LEDs is on the right side of the helmet, and it's very nicely hidden in this lower section here. It looks like there's a LED light, a blank panel, and then there's the actual button there. So if you press it, it should kick on the red, blue, off. All right, let's get it on. This fits pretty good on my head. It's a little snug. I had to adjust the inside, and the back here is what is not gonna latch shut, and it's mostly because of my head, but even when I did not have it shut, it would still not properly close on the back. Also, the eyes, as I'm talking here, are fogging up pretty heavily here, so I'm not gonna be able to see very much. But yeah, there again, I can press the button. It's gonna change those there. It would be really cool if the face lifted like in the movies. Obviously, that's probably gonna be a little too complex for this $100 prop, but all in all, I'm very happy with the detail of this and how it looks. It's gonna make for an awesome addition back there on the wall. with all the other Marvel Legend replica props. Whew, just as hot. So just for size comparison, here is the Iron Man Mark III helmet compared to the Ant-Man helmet here. They're pretty comparable in size. And again, I think this Legends series is just a really awesome sweet point in terms of the quality of prop that you're gonna be able to buy at a $100 price point. It's not too expensive. It's right there at a borderline of being anybody can really save up and afford to buy one of these if you're a big fan of that particular character. So hopefully they'll be doing more of these. Again, this so far is the only one they've announced this year. They announced it at Toy Fair. I'm hoping maybe we'll see something from Captain Marvel, or maybe, again, I'm holding out here for like an Iron Man hand, arm, gauntlet thing. Would be really, really cool. Maybe a Stormbreaker. I don't know. It's completely like, there's options are endless here. But again, I'll have links down below if you're interested in picking up one of these for yourself. I just want to say thanks again for watching, you guys. Really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Ant-Man helmet. If you're planning on picking one up for yourself, or if you're interested in me painting over this. I'm really, really considering painting over this guy here. Been wanting to do that for a little while. I've got a new airbrush, and I might have to try it out. But hey, just want to say thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Also, does anybody have any orange slices?